This is Bob, and he's got a huge problem. Bob just dropped 70 bullions on a game, downloaded it, played it for 3 months, loved it, and this morning, gone. Not broken, not buggy, just removed from his library. The thing he paid for no longer exists. Bob checks the terms of service. Turns out he never owned it. He rented it. Forever. Until he didn't. Welcome to Wall Street Meadows' digital grazing grounds. This is the story of how the gaming industry convinced an entire generation they were buying products, when they were really signing rental agreements. How 70 bullions stopped meaning ownership, and why your entire digital library could vanish tomorrow. Legally. Think of it like this. You walk into a pasture vendor. Beautiful field, endless grass, everything a working cow could want. The sign says, "Own your grazing spot, 70 bullions." Sounds good. You pay, you get a certificate, you graze there for months, you tell your friends about your spot, you invest time making it yours. Then one morning, fence. Your certificate? Still valid, but the fine print says the vendor can revoke access anytime, for any reason, without refund. You didn't buy the land. You bought permission to use the land. Until they changed their mind. And yes, this is exactly how digital games work now. For decades, when you bought a game, you bought a disc, a cartridge, a physical thing you could hold, trade, or keep forever. The studio couldn't reach into your house and take it back. Then the herd went digital. Everything changed. Except the price. That stayed the same. 70 bullions for something you'll never actually own. Here's how it was supposed to work. Legitimately. Digital distribution would make gaming better. No manufacturing costs, no shipping, no middlemen taking cuts. Games delivered instantly to millions worldwide. Lower prices, more convenience. The future. And for the studios, pure efficiency. One upload serves infinite customers, no inventory risk, no used game market undercutting their sales. Digital rights management meant they controlled access, prevented piracy, ensured every working cow paid full price. The platform holders, Sony, Microsoft, Steam, Epic, built massive digital pastures, convenient, centralized, one library for everything. For years, it worked. Working cows paid the same 70 bullions they'd always paid, but now with instant downloads, automatic updates, cloud saves. The convenience felt worth it. The terms of service? Nobody read them. They never do. Just scroll, click I agree, start playing. And buried in section 47, subsection 12? The truth. You are purchasing a license to access this content. License can be revoked at any time. No refunds for content removal. But why would they ever revoke it? You paid. They got your bullions. Everyone's happy. What could possibly go wrong? Here's where it gets interesting. In 2024, the global digital game market hit 200 billion. 83% of all game sales are now digital. That's hundreds of millions of working cows spending trillions of bullions on products they don't legally own. Your Steam library? Your PlayStation collection? Legally, you own none of it. You're renting all of it, perpetually, at purchase price. The studios love this. Used game sales used to cost them billions. You'd buy a game, finish it, sell it to another working cow who'd play the same content without the studio seeing a bullion. Digital licensing killed that. Every single player pays full price, forever. No resale market, no lending to friends. Revenue per customer, maximized. Platform holders? Even better. Sony, Microsoft, Valve, they take 30% of every sale. And since you don't own anything, you're locked to their ecosystem. Switch platforms? Your entire library stays behind. That's not a bug. That's the business model. You buy games on PlayStation to build your library. Your library is valuable, so you stay on PlayStation. Sony knows you won't leave, so they can change terms, raise prices, remove features. You accept it because your library is hostage. The bigger your library, the more trapped you are. As physical media dies, studios stop producing discs entirely. PlayStation 5? Optional disc drive. Xbox Series S? Digital only. No choice. And without physical alternatives, there's no competitive pressure to honor digital licenses long term. You can't vote with your wallet. There's nowhere else to go. This isn't regional. Every major gaming market operates this way. Japan, Europe, North America, Asia. Billions of working cows globally holding libraries worth hundreds of billions in bullions, owning none of it. Remember music? iTunes sold you songs. You owned them. Then streaming happened. Now you own nothing. You subscribe monthly, and if you stop paying, your entire music library vanishes. Gaming is following the exact same path. PlayStation Plus Premium, Xbox Game Pass, the subscription future, where you don't even pretend to own anymore. And here's the thing. Nobody can stop this. The licenses are legal. The terms are clear. You clicked, I agree. Courts have consistently ruled in favor of platforms. The game you bought 10 years ago? If they shut down the server, revoke the license, or delist it, no recourse, no refund, no ownership. Just an empty spot in your library and a memory of 70 bullions spent. Funny how that works out. For the working cows on the grazing grounds, this means your game library isn't an investment. It's a temporary access pass. That collection you've built over 15 years? Not yours. Your kids won't inherit it. You can't sell it, can't preserve it. When the platform decides your library is obsolete, it's gone. Your thousands of bullions spent? Payment for the privilege of temporary access. Server shuts down? Game's gone. Publisher loses licensing deal? Game's gone. Platform decides the game violates new policies? Gone. No warning, no compensation. The thing you paid full price for simply stops existing in your account. And when it happens, you'll contact support. They'll send you a copy of the terms you agreed to. Section 47, subsection 12. You licensed this content. License has been revoked. Case closed. The working cows building these systems? Many of them hate it. Developers want people to play their games forever. But they don't control the platform. The platform controls everything. And the prize bulls running the platforms? The executives at Sony, Microsoft, Valve. They're doing just fine, thanks for asking. Their revenue model just eliminated the used game market. Locked hundreds of millions of customers into walled ecosystems. And normalized paying full price for products you'll never own. Your library says purchased. The legal agreement says licensed. Guess which one matters when the server shuts down? Here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. The gaming industry successfully redefined what buying means. You pay ownership prices for rental terms. You build libraries you don't own. You invest thousands in collections that can legally vanish. And it's all perfectly legal. You agreed to it. Every time you clicked, I accept. The physical option is disappearing. The platforms have no incentive to honor long-term access. And the courts consistently rule that license agreements are binding. This isn't hypothetical. Games are already being delisted, servers shut down, licenses revoked. It's happening. And it'll keep happening because the system doesn't just allow it, the system is designed for it. You paid 70 bullions. You got a license. The license lasts as long as they decide it lasts. The real question isn't if this matters, it's how long you'll keep paying full price for products you'll never own.